Hello, you just reached MRN Crew Call, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel. Your patience is appreciated. Our representatives are working hard to bring you the latest news from the hottest crews on the NASCAR circuit. Thank you for holding. You are now being connected to your hosts, Sammi Jo Francis and Rocko Williams.
All of the fireworks.
It's All-Star Week.
It's All-Star Week, which means it's MRN Crew Call's All-Star Edition. You're joining us. We're in special attire. But let me go ahead and shout our amazing sponsors. It's MRN Crew Call, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel. But Grunt Style is not what we're rocking today.
It's All-Star Week.
That's right. It's All-Star Week here on MRN Crew Call, which means it's
my favorite week of the season.
Onesies.
It's my favorite week of the season. It's not a sleepover in onesies.
It's not. Oh, these are fire suits.
We're all-star pit crew members today.
Did you have to unload your entire closet?
Yes, I did, and I still have more. I just ran out of space to hang them.
Well, that's no shock. I feel like that probably happens at home too. A big shout out to Chad Averett for letting me borrow his fire suit. Now, mind you, we're not the same size, but it was the closest I could get besides Rocco. Have you seen me stand next to him?
Not poking a jab at Chad, but y'all are pretty close in size. He's tiny.
He said it, not me, for the record.
It's All-Star Week.
All-Star Week. So here's the problem. All these other sports, they give an NBA All-Star Week, a Pro Bowl for the NFL, but NASCAR,
we have ours.
We're flipping the script, okay? We're making it an All-Star Race Week.
Yes, it is.
Because it's deserved.
It is deserved. The pit crew members are pumped. Yes, they're pumped about this week.
So coming up, we're going to save this until the end. We've got our top 10 pit crews.
Yes, we do.
Rocco has determined
All-Star pit crews.
All-Star. All right, and then we are, of course, going to talk to a very lucky, I would say, tire
well, very skilled. I want to use luck. Eric Maycroft is the front tire changer on the number 4 for Kevin Harvick. They've won 5 races, 1 in Kansas. They are definitely all-star worthy.
Yes, yes, all of the applause for them. So that brings us back to Kansas. Now, well, Kansas was great for Kevin Harvick and his crew.
Yes, it was.
How did Kansas go for you?
Let me preface this by saying, Sammy, I know you look at me as an all-star.
On a pedestal.
I can do no wrong, but I have to shed some light that I am human. I have to put some light on that.
What?
I am human. I had a debacle.
The slawness had a gap in slawness?
I had a terrible race in Kansas. And basically, it can be contributed to, I wouldn't say lack of preparedness, but we did get a curveball thrown at us with a new style wheel, and it affected my pit stops immensely. I had a terrible pit stop.
Wait. I need to see this. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Donald, all right, Donald, if you could play the video, I'll let it speak for itself.
This abomination.
Oh, so, car comes in right side. You hear the music?
Yeah.
I call it the slow
Doesn't
death.
look bad.
Slow death pit stop. Oh, not the best index on the right front.
Okay.
Goes back to the jack. I'm running around to the left side. Here's where it gets scary.
Okay. Jack goes up.
Grab the tire.
Oh, what are we doing?
Oh, gosh. Here it goes again.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Worst tire index ever.
Oh, here we go again. Oh.
I'm dead.
I just died. Oh, here's another one. Ooh,
driving the bus.
We call this driving the school bus.
Listen, when the pit crew doesn't work out, at least you can drive a school bus.
We're not done, though. That was the second stop. We had 3 stops. So this is the next pit stop.
Did you make up for it?
You have to. I tried my best.
Okay.
It's right side.
Well, you're going really fast in this one.
Average. Yeah, we had to pick up the speed. Left side, here it goes. Tail of the tape, as I say right there.
Decent, but not great.
It was better than the last one. And we maintained our position. We didn't lose a bunch of stops like we did on the pit stop prior, but it was a rough day for me.
Do you think it cost you the race?
No, it didn't cost us the race, but you never know because, you know, losing pit stops puts you in different positions during the race. And you never know. Maybe if we would have kept our spot, we might have finished a little bit better. But it eats pit crew members up when that happened, especially as tire carriers. And
well, one thing I can appreciate is that you're taking accountability. Yeah, and you're saying I'm not perfect.
But it is All-Star Week.
It is All-Star Week. And you know what All-Stars do when they screw up?
You get better.
They get better because they go back to the drawing board. So coming up, Rocco is going to show us just how he remedied that.
It's All-Star Week.
First off, what's the difference in that tire? I don't understand.
I'll explain it later.
Okay. All right. We'll have that. We have Eric Maycroft. We have the top pit crews for All-Star Week.
Yes.
And you know what else is pretty All-Star worthy?
What's that?
The Country 500.
Oh, yeah.
It is Memorial Day weekend, May 25th through the 27th. That is down at Daytona. So if you're not going to be here in Charlotte, get your tickets for this. It's got Toby Keith, Dierks Bentley, Billy Currington, so many great artists. You can get your tickets at country500.com. We'll be back with more MRN Crew Call right after this.
Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires will get you there. Whether you're running on dirt or running a job, our dependable, high-quality tires are the perfect fit for your needs. For unmatched value, selection, and warranty with industry-leading road hazard protection, there's only one choice, Hercules Tires. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com or call 800-677-9535. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
You're smart, got your own trucking business, making it happen. What if I told you there was a place online where you could connect with other smart owner-operators just like you? It's an online community called Team Run Smart, where people share advice on truck maintenance, fuel savings, healthy habits on the road, and so much more, all to make your business more profitable. And it's all free. Visit TeamRunSmart.com today to check it out. You'll be glad you did. TeamRunSmart.com, brought to you by Freightliner Trucks.
The Country 500 Music Festival is back at Daytona International Speedway with Toby Keith, Chris Stapleton, Dierks Bentley, Sugarland, Billy Currington, and so much more. Country 500 Memorial Day weekend, May 25th, 26th, and 27th. For tickets and information, visit country500.com. Sponsored in part by Budweiser.
I know, girl, I know. So right before I transferred the call, I heard Brad Kozlowski say that next week he's planning to announce that... hello? Excuse me? Is someone else on this line? Yes, I'll transfer you immediately to Sammi Jo and Rocko.
Boy, Winston, do I have a challenge for you.
Oh no, what are you going to get me into this time?
Did I ever tell you about the time that I went over the edge down at Daytona to help raise money for the kids?
Over the edge as in jumping off a building?
Welcome to Over the Edge at One Daytona. We're all very proud and pleased that you're here. As you know, it's for the NASCAR Foundation and the Easter Seal Center, so give yourselves a round of applause.
And I have a little update, Lisa. We're actually at $150,000 now. Let's go over the edge.
Come on, Lace. That was fun. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that was so much fun.
For the kids, and you tell me it's safe, I'm gonna trust you, buddy, and I'm in with you.
Well, I gotta tell you, the first time I did it, I got a little nervous, but I'm telling you what, it's gonna be awesome, and it's all for the kids, and we can raise a lot of money.
So when are we gonna do this?
September the 26th, right here,
September.
right at the NASCAR Hall of Fame, across the street. We're gonna jump off the Embassy Suites building.
I'm in. So you sign up, you come join Rusty and me and plenty of other celebrities. Look at charlotteovertheedge.org. Hurry up and sign up quickly. Spaces are going fast.
Oh, I'm doing that. I'm all in.
I'll let you do that. I'll be the
Boy,
camera guy.
Winston, do I have a challenge for you?
I've already got my jumpsuit.
Yeah, it does look like a
Chad,
jumpsuit.
you're not getting it back. I'm so sorry. Welcome back to MRN Crew Call, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel. It is All-Star Week.
All-Star Week.
And, well, I'm just so excited because, one, All-Star Week is one of my favorites.
Yes.
And two, because it's in our hometown.
Yeah,
It's at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
It's going to be so much fun.
It's right next door. A stone's throw away. But let's get back to this abomination that was Kansas.
All right, look.
I said all-stars take accountability, which you've done.
I've taken accountability.
But you also go back to the drawing board, so.
And like I said, just to explain to you what happened, I mean, you saw the video.
Oh, we saw the video.
It was a terrible tire index. And the biggest part of that is just, I'm so conditioned to holding the tire a particular way with a particular style of wheel. So when that style of wheel changes, I wasn't prepped. I saw it there. I'm not making excuses, by the way.
Kind of
Let's
sounds
get that out
like
of the
you
way.
are.
No, I'm just saying I should have been able to handle it as a professional.
Okay.
Notice that we had
You should have been able to adapt.
I should have been able to adapt.
Okay.
And
Did you know this was going to be a different wheel?
When I got to the racetrack, I saw it. I was like, okay. So I tried to get my mind right. I was like, hey, this is going to be a challenge.
Okay.
I haven't practiced with these wheels before, but anyways, after this race, I'm going to make sure that we're ready for Charlotte this weekend.
This is what these are the style of wheels you're using the rest of the season.
As I found out, so I went up to Kyle Busch Motorsports. I asked to borrow a couple of wheels. So I want to make
Hold on. Did you cry when they told you it was going to be this wheel the rest of the season?
Not right away, but when I got into my truck, yes. Because, but I was confident that with preparation, I'm gonna own this. I'm gonna slow it out. And like I said, I went to KBM. After I apologized for my debacle, got the wheels, and then I set a plan in action to make sure this doesn't happen in Charlotte. Kyle Busch is driving our truck in Charlotte.
No pressure there.
He's driving our truck, and I'm going to make sure I'm not the weakest link.
Yeah.
Donald, if you can show how I prepared for this weekend, you can play the feature video, and you're going to see
You haven't been handed your
Sammi.
pink slip yet, so you're good.
No, after this week, if it happens again,
All
though.
right, let's see how you prepare for this greatness.
Yes. I want you to come check something out. I got some tires here, and I got to Kansas Speedway for the truck race, and then, to my surprise, I found out they were using 5-spoke Bassett wheels. I hate 5-spoke Bassett wheels. They're super wide. They're hard to grip the way I carry. That's the 5-spoke Bassett wheel.
A lot of carriers don't like them.
Don't like them. We don't use them. 15 years of racing, I can count on one hand the amount of times that we have used these. They're super wide, hard to grip, and Coach, I mean, compared to our arrows, a narrow 8-spoke. My hand can fit right here. The Mr. Spock way I carry can fit. With these Bassets, they're just way too wide. It's hard for me to grip it. So I brought these tires from Kyle Busch Motorsports so we can get some work. Kyle Busch is driving our truck in Charlotte this week, the 51 truck, and I'm going to make sure I'm not the one who he's yelling at on the radio. So I need to get some work these next couple of days to prepare for this truck race. Any suggestions? Any things you think I could do?
From an anatomical standpoint, give me your hand. Your 4 fingers and this thumb oppose each other.
Yep.
And you're supposed to get a grip. When you spread your fingers like that right there, you're actually losing grip strength.
Okay.
But for the Bassett tire, I recommend that you take and do what your hand is made to do.
Okay, I see what you're saying,
fingers,
Coach.
Thumb around.
Grip it like this.
Exactly right, because that is what your hand is anatomically made to do.
Over the past 15 years of doing it the way I've been doing it, we got to get right for this truck race in Charlotte. It's a big race for us. So
definitely.
All right.
The more you practice, the better off you'll be.
So now it's time to go to work. Oh, we don't stop. We don't stop. You're never good enough. I teach that to the young guys all the time. Never good enough.
Good job. You nailed it.
Nailed it.
You nailed it. That's how you do it. All right. Yep.
Sweating, buddy.
And the more that you can get your hand accustomed to doing it the way it's really made to be used in the first place.
We're going to do it. Thanks for the help, Coach.
All right.
All right, so now you, the viewer,
we're ready,
and me have to root for number 51 in
You got to
the
watch
truck
that
series.
truck race Friday night.
And see if the preparation actually pays off.
Oh, it's going to pay off.
But
you reap what you sow.
I am proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
Not for Kansas.
Accountability is so important.
It's key.
In our pit crew, being a pit crew member, especially at the elite levels, you have to figure out what went wrong, and the biggest thing is you don't get many opportunities to correct your mistakes.
Yeah.
And especially in the truck races where you only have 3 stops, you know, and that's why I'm so excited about the All-Star race, because it's unique in its own, in qualifying. This is our version of the pit crew competition.
So let's explain for people who have never seen the All-Star race, what is different about how you're qualifying and why is this race different?
Because the pit crews get so jacked because without the pit crew competition, how we've had prior, you have your pit crew competition incorporated with qualifying. The drivers do a lap. They come down pit road full speed. Full speed. I mean, no pit speed. I mean, they're coming down 90 miles an hour. They have to stop in their stop. And then the pit crew does 4 tires. Driver leaves. The total time of the lap, pit stop, lap is what determines who the qualifier is. Not only that, you're being judged by your peers. You're alone on the island. You are pitting the car by yourself on pit road with not just fans, but your peers looking at you. That is I mean,
more eyes on you, more pressure.
And then some guys love it. Like I used to live for that when I was pitting the car. I used to love All-Star Week. I loved qualifying because you get to showcase how slow you were. You get to showcase why you were in the All-Star race, and these guys are hyped about that.
Well, I'm hyped about the rest of our All-Star Edition show. Coming up, we do have Eric Maycroft, the tire carrier?
Tire changer. Front tire changer for the number 4.
Well, maybe he has some advice for you. All right, we have more MRN Crew Call right after this.
Chris Crockett here with young members of our Toyota racing family.
Hi!
I heard you want to be drivers one day.
Yeah!
Want to be as fast as Hamlin?
Just like him!
Matt, what about you?
No thanks, I'm faster.
Faster than Hamlin?
Hamlin, Busch, Suarez, Jones, even Truex Jr. Did I say something funny?
No.
I can take them any day.
Okay.
Anytime.
Got it, kid.
Any track. Any weather.
Oh boy. NASCAR and Toyota Racing. With a family like this, who knows the places we'll go this season? Learn more at toyotaracing.com. Toyota, let's go places. NASCAR is a registered trademark of the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, Inc.
Kyle Petty here. My friends at Click & Close, the official mortgage provider of NASCAR, have stepped up this year to support Victory Junction through the fastest lap of the race program on NASCAR radio. So join our team. Go to clickandclose.com/NASCAR today to donate $43 or more and help us give the gift of camp to children with serious medical conditions. That's clickandclose.com/NASCAR and just look for the Victory Junction logo. Thanks to Click & Close and NASCAR Radio for their support this season.
Here's a special message for those of you who owe the IRS at least $10,000 or more in back taxes. The IRS has special programs in place that could eliminate or reduce your tax debt by thousands of dollars. The IRS is currently accepting reduced settlements and other favorable programs. You may qualify for substantial savings, so get the help you need. Take down the number now for the Federal Tax Management Hotline, 800-242-1706, 800-242-1706.
Hello, MRN Crew Call. All right. Okay. Well, let me transfer you to someone who actually cares. Here's Sammi Jo and Rocko.
Welcome back to MRN Crew Call, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel. It is time for our guest, and I am excited about this because this one seems to be on a streak.
Yeah, he's on a streak, all right.
I mean, I don't see many other pit crews competing with this one.
Well, he got a few close. Kyle Busch is up there.
Close.
But Eric might be the best.
Close, but no cigar. All right, it's Eric Maycroft, front tire changer. Yep. I'm gonna get this right eventually. For Kevin Harvick. So, welcome to the show, Eric.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Glad to be on the air with you guys.
I feel like your season's got to be going pretty well because you got a couple wins under your belt.
You know, it's a good year to be at Stewart-Haas Racing. 50% of the races we've come home with the trophy. So, you know, everybody. I mean, needless to say, morale is pretty high here.
Yeah, I bet it is, Eric. I'm back with you. Lost my microphone for a little bit.
I did that on purpose, too, Eric.
She tries to keep me from talking.
I'm very sneaky that way.
Eric, glad to have you on. Y'all are rolling, and it hasn't been all peaches and cream for you guys, you know, first of all. I mean, they faced some adversity, you know, in this 5 wins.
Peaches and cream, that's all. I'm hungry now.
You know, Eric and I went to college together. Right, Eric?
Yes, sir.
Wake Forest University.
That's dangerous.
Demon Deacon.
Demon Deacons. But, Eric, I am super pumped about All-Star Weekend, and I always get pumped for All-Star Weekend. But how are you feeling? Do you feel the same?
Oh, I'm feeling good. All-Star Weekend, it's definitely an awesome change of pace for us. Get to do a little bit something different on Friday night. We've been practicing our All-Star stops this week here at the shop.
Do tell. All-Star stops? What's different?
Yeah, like tell us your secrets.
Well, we can't let you know the secret. We don't want everybody knowing what we're doing exactly, but we can't leave the pit wall until the car comes to a complete stop, which is a little different than our normal pit stop.
And why is that?
Because the cars are going to be hauling ass. They're going to be doing probably about 150 miles an hour on pit road. So they're going to try and keep us safe, which I am not upset about.
Yes.
But it's going to change the choreography of a lot of the pit stops. You'll probably see 2, maybe even 3 different variations of how to do the all-star stop. So we're honing that this week at the shop.
Are you allowed to tell us what your style is? Or is that top secret?
You know,
you can tell us next week.
Hey, we're going to be out there. We're going to see it, and it's so funny because the crew members.
That's the stop I want to be at.
They're lined up with their pit boxes, approaching pit road. So one team does a stop, he moves out, the next team comes in. So while they're doing the stop, everybody's watching you guys, right? And it's just like they're watching what you're doing. There's no stage bigger.
All eyes on you.
That's right. All your peers are there, and we've been gathered up for about an hour before it happens. So everybody's kind of talking to each other, talking a little trash. You know, who's going to beat who's going to get the pole. So it's a good time.
Do you feel like you have kind of a target on your back because you guys are doing so well? Do you think that gives you, you know, something more to prove for All-Star Week? I'm sure a lot of fans are pumped to come out and see you guys.
Absolutely. All eyes are on the number 4 car right now. There's no doubt about that. The cars that Rodney and Dax and the engineers have been bringing to the racetrack have been crazy fast. And so when people come to the track, they compare themselves to what the 4 car's doing. So
yeah, they sure do.
Absolutely. So it's definitely a great feeling. Like Rocco said before, we've had some ups and downs. Everything hasn't been easy, but that's a sign of a good team when you can get through adversity and still come home with the checkered flag.
It's funny. Sorry. Well, it's funny that you say that, Eric, because in Kansas alone, you were minus a crew member, right? Daniel had the rear tire change in your crew. He was expecting his baby, so you had a fill-in, and for you guys to have a fill-in and still win the race and not have any major pitfalls with a guy on limited practice. I mean, the chemistry isn't there. I mean, that shows how strong your team is, and that was very impressive to see. Because I know how integral it is to have your core group there, and just to have someone fill in like that and you guys still perform the way you did, I was excited to see that.
Absolutely. Huge shout out to Jonathan Sherman. He's a veteran over here at Stewart-Haas, and he did 2 pit stops with us on Wednesday afternoon. We weren't expecting Daniel to miss this race. The due date's not for a couple more weeks, but we just said, maybe. And he did a great job. I think on pit road, we lost one spot on one stop, and then we gained or maintained on all the rest of the stops. So he did an excellent job.
It didn't hurt that y'all had that number 1 box either. You know, y'all took advantage of that as well.
Absolutely. I'm not going to say that's a good spot to be in.
Yes, it is.
With all of the great races that you guys have had, how do you maintain a humble spirit going into it? You know, you can't get too cocky because it's a race and things are fast. Anything can screw you
up. The 4 team not cocky? Eric. Eric, really?
I need to know how
Sammy,
you maintain a humble attitude.
You're going to see. You're going to see when you get down there. They're cocky and they deserve it.
I agree, but I don't think Eric doesn't sound like he's bragging. He said, "Look, we've gone through some things."
So in my first 10 years of racing, I only won 3 races.
Wow.
So in the last 3 years, I've been fortunate enough to win 9 races, but that's not going to keep me from keeping those humble beginnings.
Hard work is what you can contribute that to, you know?
That's right.
And it makes you cherish the wins that you get, you know, going so long. I was in the same situation where my first wins didn't come until I started rolling with the number 1 all-star there is, Jeff Gordon.
That's right.
But absolutely, guys, we're just excited about you guys and what you were able to accomplish, and I'm looking forward to seeing how far y'all can go.
I want to know why the All-Star race matters to you. Why is that a big race to win?
$1 million, baby.
Well, obviously. I mean, besides the money, it's bragging rights. It's
bragging rights, and it's a home race. And you know, like I said, for many years, I didn't even get to compete in the All-Star race. I was on some teams that, you know, we'd come and we'd show up and we'd race the showdown, and you know, we'd pack our stuff up, and I'd watch the All-Star race at home from the couch.
In tears?
Or
Not
with
quite that bad.
with a beer in the hand.
Yeah.
Maybe a bush light or two. And, it's that's not a good feeling, though, when you're sitting at home and everybody else is out there competing. So when you get a chance, and we know our cars are so fast now, there is a little bit of a tweak with the rules this week. So we've never seen this package before. So the high spoiler and the air ducts on the front, and so if this was a regular intermediate race like the 600 next week, we know we're going to have the car to beat. So this week there's a little bit of intrigue there and how the drafting is going to work and everything else. So we're all excited to see how our Jimmy John's Ford's going to do in that draft.
We always like to ask this because I think relationship with the driver matters immensely. How is your relationship with Kevin Harvick?
So Kevin's good. We've had a lot of interaction with him. We've done some photo shoots and some commercials with Busch Light and everything. And his attitude is he wants to be the best. If you guys listen to the radio at all this week, we were in second place or third place all night, and he was not happy because he wants to be number one. And that attitude right there, I can get along with anybody like that. So if we're fighting to be number one and we're not happy with number two, then that's the guy you want behind the wheel.
I'm going to give you some love here real quick, Eric. Donald, show number 4. Play the video 4. We're going to show you in Kansas, show you in action at Kansas, because like I said, you guys are remarkable. And if you could play number 4, I'm going to show you how Eric does the darn thing on pit road.
Everyone seems to be coming into 22s in as well. Kevin Harvick.
Okay. Right side, Eric is on the front. 5 on, 5 off. He's running around in the bush, and he brings the tire halfway to the wall. Now he's on the left side. He's hitting 5 lug nuts. This is the green flag stop at stage 2. And the commentators gave you some love. Wow. Jeff Gordon gave you some love. Y'all got him in and out. And, just green flag stops compared to the caution stops, you lose so much time on every little mistake. And that's one thing that I see that y'all do really well.
I didn't see any mistakes in that stop.
You can always find mistakes. And tire changer will tell you, but they do really well.
Not a pit crew person, didn't see any mistakes.
That's why they win 5 races.
Eric, we just think you're a G. That's what we think.
So you mentioned the commentators showing me love. My mom loves hearing my name on TV, but I tell her, I'm like, usually when you hear my name, it's a bad thing. They don't usually talk about us in a good manner. It's usually when we mess something up.
You've been snake bit a few times, but, you've overcome it well, especially with the adaptation to the new guns and the 5-man philosophy. You guys are always spotlighted, and running up front and having the ability to win the race, you are spotlighted and you're nitpicked a little bit more, which is what makes you guys all-stars. And you guys are up there on my list of all-stars.
I was going to say, where do you think you're at on our top 10
I have
crews?
Yeah, I have a pit crew list. And
we're not going to tell him. He's going to watch the rest of the show, right, Eric?
Absolutely.
All right, so where
I know
do you
we're
think
not
you're
at the top because we get the same numbers that you guys are looking at. And like you said, we faced some adversity, but
it's not all about time. It's not all about speed and time to be an all-star.
He's got his own, yes, for All-Star Week, he's got his own evaluation, which we'll hear coming up.
Well, hopefully handsome good looks is part of the equation.
Oh, look at
well, then he would put himself at the top. Rocco. You got to move the mirror out of the way for him to see the rest of the people.
I'm not doing it anymore. I'm a has-been. I'm a truck racer, just doing my thing. These are the superstars now.
Well, Eric, do you have any big plans since it is your home track for the week?
Well, honestly, I'm not making any. The forecast isn't looking great. So Sunday, I'm prepared to race if we need to. That's the mindset that we got to have. Hopefully everything clears out. It was supposed to rain all day yesterday, and it didn't.
Claim it.
So
speak it into the universe.
We're hoping for that on Saturday night, but we're prepared to kick their butts on Sunday if we have to.
Well, we're prepared to watch that. Eric Maycroft, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back with more MRN Crew Call right after this.
All-Star Week.
Grunt style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt Style, and this we'll defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com.
Things happen fast in racing, and if you don't know where to look, you can miss it all. With Legend from Racing Electronics, you'll never miss another moment. Legend gives you live fan vision video, in-car cameras, and stats at NASCAR and other Premier Series events. And the next generation race scanner for unfiltered driver and crew audio at any motorsports event nationwide. NASCAR fans have never been closer to the action. Welcome to the future of the fan experience. Learn more by visiting racingelectronics.com.
The race weekend doesn't have to end with the checkered flag. Carry the action over into Monday with MRN Motorsports Monday, presented by Outback Steakhouse. Log on to MRN.com and join veteran broadcaster Woody Kane and NASCAR spotter Joey Meyer as they review the race weekend and debate the biggest stories of the week ahead. Plus, some of the biggest names in the sport stop by to talk the latest topics. Make Monday your new favorite weekday with MRN Motorsports Monday at noon Eastern or anytime on demand at MRN.com.
This is MRN Crew Call. For English, press 1. Hello, we're chuffed to the pieces you've dropped by, love. We have more bits and bobs in stores we chin wag with this lass and laddie. Here's Sammi Jo Rocko.
Welcome back to MRN Crew Call, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel. It is the end of our All-Star Week edition. I know, but you know what that means. We finally get to see your rankings.
We're going to see the rankings.
Tell me how you came up with this first.
I took a 6-race sample. Okay. And basically, it's hard to determine who's the best pit crew. It's really hard. It's really meticulous. A lot of factors to factor in. So what I devised was whoever gets the most TV time at critical moments. And your critical moments are your stage pit stops, your caution pit stops during the stages, the end of the stages. I don't take green flag stops into account because everybody gets TV time when on green flag. But you have to run well to get on TV on the caution stop. So if you run well, you're going to have the microscope on you. And I basically, out of the 6 races I used Talladega, Dover, Kansas, Texas, Richmond, and Atlanta. So
good tracks.
And I counted up and tallied up the amount of times they appeared on TV.
Well, let's see it.
Let's see this list. If you play number 8, you'll see my all-star rankings thus far of the top.
Our all-star rankings. I just didn't have any input in it.
Of the top pit crews in NASCAR.
The epitome
of slawness.
Kevin Harvick.
Yes, and the numbers in red that you see are the bonus points you get for winning.
All right,
I added
so
2
let's
points
go over this
for
quickly.
a win.
Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Clint Boyer, Kyle Larson, and Denny Hamlin.
Yes, and basically Kevin Harvick is always on TV. They're running well, so everybody has access to see how they do. Kyle Busch was a close second, but what sets them apart is the race wins. As you see denoted with the red numbers, 2 points for each win. That gives Kevin Harvick
an extra 10 points
for the 5 wins. Then you have Kyle Busch with his 3 wins. You know, he has 6 points, so that's my all-star pit crews.
Congratulations for All-Star Week to our pit crews. We're going to wait and see once we're out there, which brings me to my next point. We're going to be out at Charlotte Motor Speedway this weekend, so if you see us, please stop, take a photo with us, use #CrewCall, and of course, MRN's going to be there with all the coverage. So we have pole qualifying. That is Friday on the 18th at 6 p.m. Then you've got the North Carolina Education Lottery 200 at 8 p.m. And then, of course, on Saturday night, barring any chance for rain, because we're not going to let it happen.
Don't even say it.
The Monster Energy NASCAR All-Star Race is going to be a fight. What happened to my sound effect? $1 million on the line. There we go.
$1 million.
And that starts at 5:30. We'll have all the action. We'll be there. Please stop by and say hello.
Yes.
We can't wait to meet you, and I can't wait to see who wins this All-Star Race and who wants to share the winnings with me.
And we can't wait to see the best pit crew out there.
Thanks, Chad Averick, for the fire suit, by the way. We'll see you next week on MRN Crew Call.
All-Star.